Dry brine chicken wings on the S&S kettle grill. Delicious. Y'all check this out. You're gonna love it.
Hey everybody, Mike Chavez here once again. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Alright y'all, today chicken wing time. This is Sunday, football's coming on. Let's put some chicken wings out on the grill. Of course, this is Saturday night, so no football quite yet. So we're going to start these the night before. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to dry brine these wings. Then I'm going to put some salt-free rub on here. So I got this. This is Meathead from AmazingRibs.com. This is his rub that he got the recipe for, called Meatheads Memphis Dust. This is pretty good. I made a video when I put this rub together. I'll put that up next, right after this little segment. And I think I'm going to finish these off, some of them, not all of them, but some of these wings I'm going to finish off with Kosmo's Sticky Asian Rib Glaze, okay? Now I love Asian type sauces, Asian type barbecue sauces, sweet, salty, got a lot of umami. So this ought to be good. I've never tried this, so we'll do a review of the Kosmo's Asian Rib Glaze, even though we ain't doing ribs, okay? Chicken wings. So let's get these chicken wings started dry brining. We'll put them in the fridge overnight, and then we'll come back out in the morning or tomorrow afternoon, get them out on the grill, and we'll taste, okay? Let's do it. Alright then, if y'all been watching my channel any length of time, you know I like my chicken wings whole. So I had 4 packs of these Purdue chicken wings. Got them thawed out. Got them down here drying. Thought I got all the pin feathers off, but there's another pin feather. Let me get that off there. Okay, so we got these fairly dry. So I'm going to take this kosher salt and just sprinkle it on the wings. Okay, don't overdo it. You don't want these wings to be super salty. You don't want them to be salty at all, really. So, but we want to get the salt on here. So what's going to happen, the salt's going to draw the moisture out, and then it'll go back into the meat and take the moisture with it along with the salt. So that's how dry brining works. You put salt, and the salt draws moisture out of the meat, and then over time, you want to do this about 12 hours, and then over time it draws the moisture back into the meat along with the salt, so you're seasoned through and through. So I got a rack here, so I'm going to take these wings, flip them over, skin side up on this rack. So I'm going to try to fit all these on here. So let me come over here. I'll sprinkle this side with a little bit of salt. So we'll put this rack of wings in the refrigerator, and then about 12 hours, we'll bring them out. Then we'll put this salt-free rub on here. This Meatheads Memphis Dust rub, and we'll get them out on the cooker. We'll put these on the S&S grill. I've never done wings on that yet, so we're going to see how that works. Alright y'all, see you tomorrow morning, or tomorrow afternoon most likely. Alright then. Alright y'all, these wings have been in the fridge all night. We covered them with salt. We salted them down so they've been dry brining. So let's go ahead and get some rub on them. So I'm going to take my Meathead Memphis Dust rub. So I'm going to put, now remember this is salt free. Put some rub in there, a couple tablespoons. And I'm going to go ahead, take some cornstarch. So they say you put a little cornstarch on there for help them get a little crispy. So we'll put a good little bit, teaspoon and a half or so cornstarch in there with the rub. And give it a mix. See how this works. Kind of experimental. Give it a good stir, mix it up really well until I don't see any cornstarch, raw cornstarch. Squat. Let's go ahead, do this by hand. Yeah, that's more. That's better, more accurate. Just come up high with my fingers. Make sure we get these covered. Just remember, this stuff doesn't have any salt in it because the wings got salted when we did our dry brine. All right, so we got a good coating on both sides. So we'll let these sit here while we get the grill fired up. All right, y'all. So we still got a little bit of charcoal left. We got the water pan in. We're not going to put any water in it. We want to get this grill up pretty high. Between 350 400 degrees. So we still got some leftover charcoals from the charcoal pan. So I'm going to take almost a full chimney. See how much charcoal is left in this bag. Alright, it's about a 3/4 of a chimney. We'll go with that. Got my tumbleweed. I like to kind of like to loosen the tumbleweed a little bit and put the tumbleweed down. Put the fire to it. Get the chimney on. Alright, y'all. So I'll let these charcoals get lit. We'll dump them on there and we'll go from there. Alright, y'all. So these charcoals are lit. I'm going to dump them in the slow and sear. We'll spread these charcoals out. Alright, so I'm going to let this cooker preheat. Before I do, I'll put my drip pan back in. So I just got a one of my aluminum trays lined with aluminum foil for a drip pan. I'll go ahead and put the cooking grate on. Alright, so I got my bottom vents open all the way. Put our lid on. And go ahead and crack the top about 3/4 of the way. So we want this up to about 300 degrees or so. 350. Alright, y'all, we're up to about right at 300 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and get these wings on. What I'm going to do, got a couple small pieces of apple wood. I don't want these smoked up too much. So So let's get these wings on here. I'm gonna put skin side down to start with. Probably take 35-40 minutes. There we go. Before we go and turn them over. All right. So I'm gonna close this up, let it sit here 35-40 minutes. We'll come. All right, these wings have been on here for 25 minutes. So let's take a peek. All right, they're looking really good. So what I want to do, besides flipping these over, I want to take these ones on this end and put them over here. So let me kind of take these that are close to the flame, and I'll put them in the pan for a second. All right. And I'll take these, flip them over. I'll probably let these go another 15-20 minutes. Then I'll come take some temperatures, see how they're looking. All right, there we go. I'm gonna put the lid on. See you in about 15-20 minutes. All right then, this grill's running about 300. Let's take a peek at our wings here. I'm gonna go ahead and get some temperature. Let me look back on this one here. 189, 200. These wings are done, y'all. 174. 197, 198. I'm gonna do this though. I'm gonna go ahead and spray these a little bit with some avocado oil. I'm gonna flip them over direct heat for a second or two. See if we can get a little crust on there. Give them another spray on this side. Careful now. Okay, we don't want to burn them. All right then, I went ahead and tasted this sticky Asian rib glaze. Tasted pretty darn good. So let's try it out. Got me a bowl here. So we'll pour some of this glaze in the bowl. Not a whole lot. We're not doing all these wings. So let me go ahead and drop some wings in here. About half of them. We'll leave the other half plain. Mama wanted plain wings, so we'll have her a few plain ones. Alright, that'll do it. So let's give these a toss. Don't need to drown them. Alright, it's looking pretty good right there, y'all. So I'm going to dump these back out. Alright. Spread them out. We're just going to let this set for a minute. We'll leave these on here about 10 minutes. And we'll come get all these wings off of here. Alright. Still a little bit more left in here. But we're gonna. Alright. Back in a minute. Alright then, these have been sitting on here 15 minutes or so, and give that glaze a chance to set up a bit. So all these Asian wings I'm going to put back in the bowl. Alright, now these plain wings, there you go, y'all. Looking, whoop, there we go, looking good. So the plain wings, we're just going to put in a pan. Yeah, I wanted to try this with these, with that new rub. Well, with that rub I made with that Memphis salt-free rub. We'll see how that does. All right. So take these wings in the house and we will taste. Alright, y'all, so we got the Asian barbecue sauce wings here. We got the plain wings. When I say plain, so we dry brined them with salt overnight and put Meatheads Memphis dust rub on them. So I want no sauce on those, so I could check that out. So let's do our taste test, see what we got. Alright, let's do it. Alright, y'all, here we go. Got our game day wings cooked on the S&S grill with the S&S insert, slow and sear. I think they turned out pretty darn good, y'all. They smell awesome. So we're going to try the plain ones first, and then we'll try the Asian glazed ones and see what we think. Alright. Alright then, so we got the unglazed wing. It's got the Meathead Memphis rub dust, and it's been dry brined overnight with salt. So let's see how that tastes. Let's see how they're done. Look, perfect. Pull them right apart. Looking good. So, y'all ready? Try them out. All right, here we go. Wing. See if we can get a good look at it with the light. All right. Y'all ready? Taste! Not too shabby. I think could use a little more salt though. The next time we dry brine, don't be so shy with the salt. All right, let's try the Asian glaze. There we go. So we'll bust this one. Asian glazed wing. Taste! Pretty darn good, y'all. So game day wings, dry brine, use Meatheads Memphis dust. Pretty good. Will I make them like that again? I don't know. I might try a different method next time. Always got to be different. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget, more videos over here y'all can watch. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, it's right there. Just press. Alright y'all, we'll see you next time. Bye everybody.